So today, I am going to show you how to beat anyone in skate. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's not possible. Clearly, I wouldn't be able to beat, I don't know, Shane O'Neill with this, whatever technique you think I'm about to give you. Fun fact, you could beat Shane O'Neill with this, but this all only works, this all only makes sense, this strategy can only happen if you win the rock, paper, scissors, Rochambeau. Because obviously, if you go second and you're playing, someone who has, all the basic flip tricks, you're probably going to lose. Like if Shane O'Neill goes first, you're not going to win. But if you win the Rochambeau and you specifically figure out these tricks, you're probably going to win the game. In fact, I think you're definitely going to win the game. And the other good thing about these tricks that I'm going to show you is they're not tricks that are really particularly that hard to learn. They're just tricks that no one really thinks too much about or practices. And a lot of times, their simplicity is what gets people the letter. And all of these tricks that we're going to be doing are Barrick's rules approved. That's the trick list that we're going to go off of, the rule list. So if you guys actually play, there's no limit to, you're allowed to put your foot on the ground, you're allowed to do bonuses. Obviously, the way to win those games is you just do like really, really stupid foot planny, flip the board in your hand variations. You learn a billion of them that no one else bothers to learn. The first time that they actually ever tried the trick is in the game of skate because it's just like such a random niche variation of it, and then they get a letter. But we're not playing that. We're playing, no foot on the ground, pop trick, blah, 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 gleeby-blah, barracks. Anyways, okay. I'm going to hand the phone over to Arjun, and then we're going to start going over how to win. You ready?
I was born ready.
Me too.
Also born in New Jersey.
Yeah, great. Okay. First things first. I should mention that I re-injured my ankle oiling that tennis there, and then for whatever reason I could skate on it the next day, and then the day after that it's just pretty bad. So there's not going to be a lot of big pop in here. Not that I ever do, but yeah. Luckily, all these tricks are so simple that I'm still going to be able to show you them. You're still going to be able to win these games of skate. So first things first. A quick set of tricks that you must learn. You just figure these out. They are very easy to get consistent at once you start playing with them, and once you have them, guaranteed when you go through this this list of tricks that I'm about to show you, you're getting guaranteed letters, and that is the shove-it body varials. Oh. No one bothers to learn these tricks, and if they do, you probably land it first or second try. They're all very simple, but there's so many of them. There's so many variations of these that
they're so gross.
There's no way that you're not getting a letter.
Chances are, if you do more than 2 of these in a game, your opponent will call you out on your fucking shit.
100%. But do you win at the end? Yes, you will win at the end. So, shove it body rail, simply whatever direction your board shove it, you spin the other way. So that would be like, let's see if I like this. Oh, no, that hurt. Okay, here we go. I think the easiest one of these is the nollie back shove body rail, which is like that one.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
And then you can do the fakey one. I mean, that's probably 2 letters right there.
Yeah, you're already at K.
Yeah, you're already at K. And then this one's surprisingly the more awkward one. This one, I don't know if I've ever tried before. If I haven't, that felt crazy. But I bet I could learn it second try. It's real simple. Can we count that? Oh, no, Dan, do it again.
Redo. Tic-tac.
Easy peasy.
That one counted.
What other ones are there? Oh, the fakey front one. I don't think I've done this before either. We're just learning as we go, because no one does these. Yeah, all those tricks would be fairly easy to get unlocked.
Definitely.
The harder ones, this ground's pretty grippy.
Going regular.
The
Switch.
regular ones.
Yeah.
See if I can do it.
Alright. Damn.
It's so early, my ankle's so soft.
0 for 2 on the
regular shove body rail.
soft ankle, regular shove.
The soft ankle.
Alright, almost, yeah. You got the next.
I feel like if I try to pop it. No, I don't want to risk that.
Yeah. There you go. Little toe touch. I would woo.
You're right, redo. This is like gonna be my war. This video's changed. But I guarantee when I land one, I'll be able to do it.
You're gonna get them over and over, yeah.
It's gonna be so simple to figure out.
There it is.
The one that you're probably gonna have to work for? Front shove body barrel the other way.
Oof.
I don't even know if I've seen anyone do it.
That sounds kind of confusing.
Yeah, really.
So front side shove it, back side body barrel.
So it would be.
Yeah.
Whoa, this feels cool. Okay, hold on. So you would go. Oh.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Second tee.
I actually
maybe
don't
third.
know if I hate this yet. Like if someone roasted this, might be kind of cool.
I'll count that.
And then I guess the switch one.
Yeah. Well, the switch too. You gotta do both of them switch.
Wait, so how? That one feels weird. Okay.
You're gonna have to pop that one.
Pop the switch popping foot. That's hurt. So I'm like afraid to like push it to the ground. Guaranteed letter for a lot of people. You wanna try it?
I'll try one.
You gotta do it switch though.
Oh shit. Equally as hard.
I feel like switch might be a little easier, but. Oh, but it wasn't the case for me. Yeah, land that. Oh, yeah, you could do that. Oh, you're like popping it and everything. Yeah, he's gonna learn this trick. And it's like. But you're gonna fully learn it in like a couple tries. And I guarantee when you play skate with someone, they're not gonna learn it right away. And these are the tricks in this list that are gonna have the smallest learning curve. Oh, you got it right here. Ah!
It's also very hot today. Ooh.
Okay. How many tries is that?
Getting too close to me. See what happens when you get close to me? You land your fucking trick. Sick.
That's pretty shitty. I need to figure it out. Now, like.
Well, I mean, don't figure it out right now. Like, I think you have.
I think I have to figure it out right now. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Is this the last shove?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Okay. We stand by Dan's statement that these tricks are not hard to learn. And we also stand by the statement that if you do them against someone in a game of skate, chances are they're going to get a letter, because you only get one try to learn that trick in skate. So I think, yeah, don't do it. There it is.
Okay, so if I focus on the tail, these beautiful sports. Yeah, if you like, you probably spend like a half an hour, regardless of what your skating skill is, as long as you can do like the basics, you'll probably get all those down. Switch front shove body roll is probably gonna be the hardest one to get down though. So another great trick to do that people often get confused with pressure flips, because it's not a pressure flip, is a toe flip. Pressure flips like when you like scoop into the ground and the board does like a flip trick without you like really flicking it. It's all on your back foot. And it's, you know, it's just all pressure. Though toe flips happen because of pressure, it's a different kind of pressure. It's not a pressure on your tail to get it to go in the air. These tricks never really go in the air. And a toe flip, an example of that is like when you put a lot of pressure on your toes or your heels, and you flip it like that way. Pretty surprisingly easy to get used to. The varial flip one's probably the easiest. And that's when you put your front foot hanging off here, your back foot kind of in this pocket, and you press down on this foot really hard. And for whatever reason, when you press down on this foot really hard, and you get this foot out of the way, the board just does like a weird roly-poly-oly varial flip. You put your front foot like kind of up here in this pocket, and your back foot kind of back in this corner, and you press really hard this way, sort of like a forward motion, like you're kind of going like this, but sort of diagonal that way, and you get your front foot out of the way. The board usually does some sort of varial flip motion. I don't know if I'm gonna land it first try, but
Oh yeah.
basically like that.
Look at that.
Pretty easy to get consistent at if you play with it for like a couple minutes. No. No. That's like one of the harder ones, usually the straight flip. Varial flip's usually the easiest for whatever reason. Varial flips are feeling like shit. That was like the straight kickflip version. That one's usually a little bit harder to figure out. Less people do the straight kickflip version. The easiest one I think is like the toe varial flip. It's like really common. PJ Ladd did one in Wonderful Horrible Life in the Line where he did like toe varial flip, toe backside flip, then like fakey toe big flip. And all these tricks consist of is just like hang your toe off, pushing it at the ground really hard. Using, a lot of people put their foot here, so like you can kind of like help it flip over that way.
There you go.
And it's just like, I don't know, you just flick it at the ground real hard and hope that it works. Other variations of this is like, oh, people do backside flip a lot. I'll try one, I'll probably come nowhere near it. But I remember when I figured this trick out, I could literally do it every try. Same concept, you just like kind of cock your shoulders.
Oh.
And they just, pretty easy to figure out. You spend 20 minutes doing this shit and then jumping at the right time, and they just work. Which is gonna lead us to the next rung of tricks to get people letters on that are relatively simple to learn. That last batch is probably one of the harder ones to learn because it's a different concept. The rest of these, pretty easy. Can you have a guess of what the next thing is to get people letters?
I'm gonna say like 1 foot air ollie north.
Literally, yes.
Or like ollie south.
It's 100% all the ollie norths.
Oh, sick. Those are actually really fun too.
Those are, yeah, and they don't, so the first one.
And if you do it over a gap, it's legit.
If you do, like a fakie one looks cool. I like fakie ones down gaps, very Mike Peterson, dinger. So anyways, ollie north, you literally ollie, and then when you get to the nose, you just give your board a little tap down, and you just let your front foot kind of come off. And that's a trick. If you watch an old S Game of Skate, which used to be like the Barracks Game of Skate, like it had that much of attention, Chris Cole lost the whole thing to a kid from Russia on switch 1 foot. That's what he beat him with. He lost like $10,000.
That's hilarious.
Or maybe it was Paul Rodriguez. Some big name skater lost the whole thing to a switch ollie north because no one really bothers to figure out how to kick their switch foot off. I don't even know if I've really tried it, but anyways, regular ollie north. I'll try. I think you would beat me. That one, I think that one's kind of the coolest too. Switch ollie north. I've never really tried it.
I could do it if you need.
I feel like you just kind of kick it down, right? Same thing as regular. Did that do it?
Yeah.
Kind of. I'll do one more. Roasted it. One more. Oh, there you go. Learned it. You can do them, huh?
Kind of.
I learned it in 4 tries. Let's see Arjun do one. That was the one. Try the nollie one. Ah! Oh, that's a letter. Oh, you do it late. Let me try a nollie one. Yeah, you do like a nollie and then you do it late.
Late.
Definitely never tried this. Okay, hold on. Oh, you'll see that's letters for me. That was it, right?
Yeah.
But once you do one, it's like.
Yeah, then you get them.
He's good.
Yeah.
These usually get people letters. Ollie with variations like this.
Oh, half
Taking your
cab.
foot off.
Yeah.
What other ones are there? Back 180 ollie north, I see a lot of people do.
What about those ollie?
Oh, the danglers.
Yeah. That one.
I don't know if people would probably call
Yeah, that one's.
people like, I don't know, that looked like an accident. Actually, if you did fakie though,
Yeah, it looks good
and you made
fakie
it like
and
a
ollie.
switch one,
Yeah,
you
here.
like really kicked it out.
Okay.
Oh, the nollie one's pretty funny.
The ollie one's awesome.
All day. Another good one. This is a pretty weird trick that I've seen done in the barracks, and they say it counts. And that is when you do no comply tricks without putting your foot on the ground, which I think people think are way more complicated than they are. The best way to do this is how I figured it out. I think front 180, right? But I don't slide my foot up. I just think I need to get my front foot, over here and have my foot already on the tail. So if my foot's already on the tail, it's gonna pop. And then my shoulders whip my front foot around, and the board usually just kind of sticks with you. So that's all that trick is.
Oh shit.
You just move your foot first, and the board follows. And if you can do like no comply 360s and no comply reverts, it's really not that hard to like add those into this version. Maybe I can do a revert. Probably not on this grippy ground.
Yeah, this ground's. This ground's so hot, it's like grabbing your wheels.
Yeah.
Your wheels are melting to this basketball court.
Those are honestly like, this is straight 1-2, which I'm not going to bother doing because that one's really hard for me to do, but basically people do straight no comply without putting a foot on the ground. You go like that and ollie with it. I can't do them very well. Another good way, get someone letters, relatively easy to figure out. All the body varials, just the straight body varials. And I'm going to show you a quick little hack that would help me figure them all out. If you think about when you watch someone do it, they ollie, and on the way back down, they do the late body varial. And I would try to do it that way, but my feet would always get tangled up in the board, and I'd accidentally flip the board over, not be able to control it the right way, or my timing would be off, and I'd be like, oh, it gets stuck to my foot. But then I realized, if you really think about it, all you're really doing is crossing your feet. So step one in practicing this trick is ollieing and landing with one foot. Then, ollie and land with one foot near the back of your board. Back there. Then, ollie, land with one foot near the back of your board, near the back of your board. Put your front foot towards the front of the board like this. And you're like halfway there then. So then I figured out, okay, you just do that. One motion, instead of landing with my back foot here, land with my back foot like there. Focus on that. So now, you do the exact same thing. Ollie, put your front foot near the back of the board, but instead of putting it like this, try to rotate it, and that should make it easier for you to get the whole body varial motion of like thinking like one foot. And I literally just think like the front foot never leads the board, it just goes to the back of the board. And that makes it a lot easier for me to figure out. There's the other way that people do it, like Clint Walker. I'll try one fakie where he spins before he pops. And it's like his back foot kind of finishes the ollie for him. Like it'll bounce off his feet. Sort of like that. But I think the easier technique is just don't let your front foot leave the board. That was crazy looking. Try one more. Try to do this one like really exaggerated so you understand like all the steps of doing it to make it simple. I'll do it real lazy. Just ollie, one foot, put your other foot on. That's all it is. I just think like pivot, throw my shoulder over it, and then body varial the other way. Completely different trick. I don't even think I've ever really even tried to learn them. You go. Oh, that feels crazy. Here we go. Let me think. Oh yeah, same concept works. Just keep your front foot on.
Oh, now he's got him every try. Yeah, that's 3 in a row. There you go. That was good.
We're
Yeah.
like not really leaving the ground, but
I mean, you hear the pop.
counting skate. Good enough. And yeah, body varial, pretty easy theme to keep people getting letters. Like all the kickflip body varials, which I'm not going to bother doing. I'm sure you understand those. Varial flip body varials.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. I'll just try one for fun. Ew! I keep getting wheel bite.
Yeah, this ground's awful.
Yeah, I just had to get the hell off of that ground. That ground?
That ground's really
is
bad.
the worst ground in the entire
Dude,
world.
it was like your board's like sticking to that ground.
I
so.
tried that varial flip body varial like maybe like a million times. Didn't land it. First one I tried on actual
He
concrete.
tried it for so long and now he has chest hair.
Yeah, right?
He didn't have that before.
I'm gonna try one switch one to make a point, and then we're done. Yeah, like those tricks. Play around with those for a couple days. Letters.
You'll
Letters,
probably...
one letters.
You could probably beat Dan Corrigan in a $100 game of skate if you practice all these tricks.
100%. And I don't know if you noticed, I haven't done most of these tricks, so I'm actually like learning the majority of these tricks with you. And I'm already figuring most of them out. And honestly, it's not because like I've been skating for a long time. A lot of these are just like slight body adjustments to like the majority of tricks that you can probably already do if you're at like a medium level. If you're at a lower level, like let's say you got your kick flips and your heel flips, just barely, all those shove body varials are definitely within your reach because they're just like little baby meticulous movements. You're gonna be able to figure those out. The varial flip body varials, they might be a little bit more advanced. The ollie body varials, even though it's less to say, a lot of times they're more complicated to figure out. Ollie norths, once you figure out the regular stance one, the other ones are just gonna kind of make sense. I don't think I've ever done an ollie north that wasn't regular or fakie. That was my first switch one. That was my first nollie one. And I can guarantee if I go play skate with Dale and I do like a switch ollie north, there's like an 80% chance that he's gonna get a letter on it. Because who the hell learns switch ollie norths? Who the heck learns shove at body rails? No one does. And it's like, you're not gonna win based on skill in these games, but you're definitely gonna win on like the lack thereof learning these random in-between tricks that no one really bothers with, except for like flat ground connoisseurs and freestylers. And yeah, honestly, if you came at me with all the tricks that I just showed you before I played this game, actually maybe even after this game, because I'm not gonna bother to practice any of these tricks, you could probably beat me in a game of skate, and it wouldn't really be that hard. If you go through all the shove at body rails, that's probably at least K. You know what I mean? You do all the ollie norths, we're at A or T. You start doing the body rails, game over, it's over. If you get those tricks on lock, you will be unstoppable if you win the rock, paper, scissors. Now, granted, there's people who have the straight 8 on lock, and that's usually a couple letters for a lot of people, and that's the other route you can go. If you go and John Hill all the flat ground tricks, or Chris Jocelyn all the flat ground tricks where you get all of the basic go-tos on lock, you're also pretty unstoppable, but that's a bigger margin for error. This is more of you swing and you're probably gonna get a hit. If you risk it with like learning like, you know, the half cat heels and the switch backside flips and stuff like that, a lot of people can land those. You might not always get letters, but these are almost all guaranteed letters, with the exception of like, they might land the regular shove at body rail or the nollie shove at body rail. But other than that, letter. Now I'm gonna film my friend skate the park.